Can't let it go sometime. All I care about is dope money, dope money. I gotta go for mine. All I care about is dope money, dope money. Can't let it go sometime. All that fake talk, man. Y'all niggas talking crazy, man. But I don't pay that shit no attention, though. I just sit back, chill, 5-1, man. These niggas be talking crazy, talking crazy, talking crazy. These niggas be talking crazy. These niggas be talking crazy, talking crazy. These niggas be talking crazy. I already know it's your boy Chezzy boy, man. Repping Charlotte, North Carolina. The real Charlotte music is in the building. Y'all know my slogan. What it do?
Okay, okay. How long you been doing your thing, man?
Man, I've been doing this for years, man. Ever since I was like 12 years old, I got deeply into the music game. And, you know, right now, we're just going harder than ever, man. Staying on top of what I do, working hard to get to that next level.
Okay, okay. So who was your influences growing up? Music-wise, I see you doing the engineering.
Yeah.
Who influenced you on that level also?
Like, a lot of people more influenced by, you know, rappers in the game. But I was influenced by people in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I come from Fabian Homes. I was influenced by guys like Toby Redfern, Bigger Boo Black, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know those names around my city, you know what I'm saying? But people in the industry, man, Master P, man, that's the only one had that special touch on me and still do. You know, I try to follow that format to this day.
Okay, okay. So who have you worked with in Charlotte?
Woo. Well, we'll be here all day.
Or outside of Charlotte?
I pretty much work with the whole Charlotte, man, but right now I'm working with different people, man, outside Charlotte. I'm working with people in California, Miami, New York, you know, pretty much expanding my brand worldwide now. So pretty much tapping into a lot going on with my filming as far as videos.
Now, as far as your upbringing, are you born and raised in Charlotte from some? Okay, all right. Now, who were some of your musical influences that got you into the music game?
Master P, baby.
All right, all right.
There's only one.
That's just one?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Master P, because the reason why I say P did it on the level to where, you know, I feel like his music was talking to me as a businessman, a street dude, a good father figure. I mean, it's different type of ways, you know, that he influenced me, man. You know, a lot of rappers, they had good music, but they wasn't teaching me values out of their music, and that it wasn't storylines that I can tap into to relate to. So, you know, P pretty much had that touch.
And when you got first started with music, what was your first intro to the game? Did you start out producing, rapping?
I started out rapping first.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know,
solo, part of a group?
Nah, pretty much I always been a solo artist. I always been the front man. I always had all my friends always supported me, you know, what I do. I didn't know I could rap at first, you know, smoking weed, doing what I do, and it came out. Ever since then, man, my friends and family, they've been behind me, man, pushing me to do what I do, in which I created my own brand, Chezzy Boy Records.
You remember your first joint? What year was that made?
That was my first actual song on CD was made in 2001.
Oh, okay.
But before then, I was on tapes and karaoke machines like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But, you know, I still got my first song, which a lot of artists don't have. I still have all my music that I created. I keep a library of music.
Okay. So far as Carolina music, how do you see the Carolina music growing? Or how do you see where it's going?
Right now, I mean, I'm pretty much proud of all the artists I see right now as far as working hard. As far as like the music changing, as far as identity, I really don't see our identity growing. But I see the hard work growing. So I'm proud of them guys for that, you know what I'm saying? But I really like to see a lot of artists, you know, control their own identity, which within themselves.
Now, as far as Charlotte's identity growing and becoming a major music hub like LA or New York or something like that, what do you think is one of the major roadblocks for Charlotte to get in that position?
Really the artists within themselves, because a lot of artists wouldn't talk to self-grind. It's always, what can you do for me, or who can put me on, or can I get with this group because they got this going. I don't see a lot of people, you know, putting the work within themselves to be independent so we can control the music market here in our city.
So far, what you saying, that's what's holding North Carolina
That's
back.
what's holding us back. Until we get that idea that we can do this by sticking together, put our own money together, put our own artists together, start sharing artists, putting different artists from this group and that group on songs, it'll work out.
Well, do you have any ideas? Because we sat and brainstormed, like coming up with different ideas to try to get artists to work together. What type of formats or whatever, or platforms or whatever, would you provide or try to start getting these artists to actually network more and do music together, like how they do in Atlanta? What would you do to change that?
What I do to change that, man, is get these open mic venues more organized to where artists ain't being hassled and played out of so much money. Because right now, open mic venues in our city, it's about what the promoter can make instead of providing an avenue for the artist. And that'll be a way I can bring them together, just getting them all to congregate in one place at the same time.
All right, now speaking for myself, I'm not from Charlotte. I've been here off and on about 14 years. But as far as like putting a group project together, starting that platform, have you ever or would you try to put a joint project together and put it out to the streets with all the hottest Charlotte artists?
Yeah, I would, but
has it ever been done here in the city yet?
It's been done, but it's been done by selfishness. It ain't been done by talent-wise or, bringing the right people in. It's always been a circle of people that get together and block out certain people. So I always been one of them guys who've been blocked out so much. I always been forced to create my own lane to the point where I don't need to be brought in to do anything those guys was doing. We got a lot of guys who in the city who got money, who deal with the radio stations, they favoritism, they people, but they never give back. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you had the opportunity, now I know this might be a left field question, but if you had the opportunity to put together like a Charlotte version of NWA, give me the 5 hottest motherfuckers in this city, producers included, and excluding yourself, because you putting the team together, but give me your starting 5 to drop that album for the summer and make niggas actually start collabing together. Look, what would be your starting 5? Let's go.
That's a hard question too, man. But as far as producer-wise, I had to go get my boy Zay money. As far as artists, it's really, man, that's a hard question to say right now.
That's why I threw it out there. I can't even pick a top 5 right now.
If I could pick a top 5 to run with right now as a solid group, and if it'll work,
just to put out a dope project with different artists, like solo artists.
It'll be me. It's the say J-Way Sosa.
Okay.
And man.
Yeah, I'm making all the pressure.
Boss Pimp.
Okay.
And my homeboy Trigger from Mecklenburg Illis. Because the reason why I say that, all of us together have different unique styles. And I wouldn't want to get with a group that's similar, guys that's similar to my style. It had to be different to make the music better.
Got you.
As far as branding, man, if an artist needed some help in branding his brand, what advice would you give? The first step is getting the music, getting the product. You can't brand yourself without a product. So
You got to get in the studio. You got to get in the right studios. Like some guys go to certain studios because it's cheaper, or a house studio. I mean, right about now in these times, man, you got to go to a studio with great sound quality, build that product, and then start with your social media.
Now, as far as using social media right now, how important to you as far as pushing your artists and your work and all that out?
That's the most important thing right now.
Okay.
Social media is very important because I can do so much from sitting right here in this chair without getting out there putting in work. But I never forgot about the street hustle.
Now, have
So
you ever
I always hustle my music in the streets with the feet grind.
Now, have you ever stepped out there? Like, I know as soon as we walked in the door, we chopped it up about the South by Southwest thing. They still got Lollapalooza popping.
Yeah.
Coachella's big out there on the West Coast. Any festivals, any like that you've been attended to, or that you got lined up to hit with your squad or whatever?
Definitely.
What's on the menu first?
Right now, we got our own situations right now. My manager, Howard Good Jr., got me booked on probably like 40 shows start next week from here to August.
Oh, okay,
so
that's
we're
cool.
gonna be booked up.
And what type of circuit we talking? Carolina only, or?
Nah, we're talking about the southeast region.
All right, cool. So like Florida all the way, Georgia, Tennessee, all that.
All the way back up, turn around, go back to New York.
All right, cool. And that's gonna be your tour?
Yeah.
Let's give the name of the tour out so everybody can look that up.
Right now, we don't have the name of the tour.
All right.
So
no date set yet?
All right, we got the dates, but I haven't released them yet.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep you tuned in your page, and we're gonna blast them out and all that. Make sure they get all that information.
As far as artists that's in the industry, have you worked with any of them, or would you like?
Yeah.
Or who would you like to work with that's in the industry? Engineering or artist wise, it don't matter.
I always wanted to work with Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
But I work with so many artists in the industry, got along with so many artists, which is Plies, Yo Gotti, Raekwon from the Wu-Tang Clan, Fabo, Alley Boy. Like, I have a real long resume. PB Longway, Lil Boosie, Webby. Like, a lot of these guys, I be in certain areas with these guys, and it's a great opportunity, to meet them and still be familiar to them every time I run into them. It's not like, who are you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, to see these guys and build a relationship with them. Like me and Project Pat, we real close.
I'm about to show these haters what the coke could do. When you're coming up, people notice you. We right back in the trap where we act a fool. In every car we roll no less than 22. I'm about to show these haters what the coke could do. When you're coming up, people notice you. We right back in the trap where we act a fool. In every car we roll no less than 22. Shout out to my haters, man, I love you.